All right, so next book I'm going to do is Uncanny Avengers is what I'm doing.
Oh, I almost picked this up, but then I didn't.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you read Free Comic Book Day 2023? The free issue that came out.
I don't know. Avengers?
Uncanny Avengers
I
had a
don't.
free comic books days.
I don't think so. No.
Okay, because this is directly tied to that. Like we didn't review it on the show. My first time reading it was this morning. Because like, oh shit,
Okay.
how did I miss all this shit? So because it,
I just read the synopsis and saw Captain Krakoa and said, "Nah, I'm alright. I'm good."
you don't like Captain Krakoa?
Captain Krakoa.
All right, so let's get to it. Like I said, so basically this book is also tied into Fall of X. Now, for those that hadn't read the first Uncanny Avengers run, definitely go back and read it. But it's kind of confusing because at the time Captain America was a Nazi, but didn't tell everybody he was a Nazi. But if you reread that book, all the signs were there. For what I don't know what the Uncanny Avengers is, a Unity Squad, half Avengers, half X-Men. That's what the book is. But it's like a hand-picked team, strike force of Captain America's hand-picked team. That's what it is. So, first issue. So you don't have to know anything other than 60 years of X-Men and Avengers history. So the book starts off with, this is before the Hellfire Gala, with Dr. Stasis and MODOK are going to some hidden lair, and they're talking to some guy like it's time for him to awaken. We need him for the big mission that we're about to do. And they're talking to him, and whoever they're talking to can see them, and they're just saying their evil plan and what they're going to do. And they're like, are you ready to break out? And then we just see a hand break out of the sleeping chamber, and like, oh shit, he must be ready. And they were like, let's go ahead and start the plan. So yeah, that's it. And let's get him a uniform. So we don't know who that guy is. We're gonna come back to later on. Meanwhile, Captain Krakoa. So what happened with Captain Krakoa? Captain Krakoa. Let's see if I say that 5 times.
Captain Coca-Cola.
But here's what he did. He attacked the Capitol. Right.
They're going there.
They're going there, yeah. But he's a mutant, so they're thinking all mutants did that shit.
So this is the thing, okay? Because I read Alpha Flight #1. There's this whole theme going. I'll talk about it.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Alpha Flight ties into all this also.
Yeah.
So Ben Urich is doing a recap of it because he's been cool with the X-Men, but then the X-Men started doing all kind of crazy shit. They've been saying how everything went crazy, how the X-Men basically cured Alzheimer's, but Orchis hacked into their drugs. So now the people taking those drugs for Alzheimer's and now getting killed by them, and they're blaming the mutants for them. So yeah, and you got Captain Krakoa, doing all this crazy shit. And so like I said, the mutants are banned. They're blaming Captain Krakoa because they think that it's Cyclops, but it's not. We actually don't even know who Captain Krakoa is. It's some guy, and he's throwing grenades at the Senate. Let's go to right now. And basically they have concentration camps that they're putting all the mutants that didn't get hauled off to Mars. They're holding them in concentration camps now. And we're seeing one of them in Kansas City. And he's like, okay, everybody get in line. They really want you to remind you of the Holocaust. That's kind of what they've been doing this whole time with this whole Fall of X thing. And you see one mutant in the line walks up. He was like, okay, when y'all see my signal, everybody run. But whatever you do, don't go to your homes. And the dude says, hey, get back in line, mutie. And then the mutant turns around. And then the mutant, bam, sword. And before the mutant, he's like, what the fuck happened? Before he even knows what happened, bam, blood gushes all over the Orchis soldier next to him. and he's bleeding on the ground like some Kill Bill shit. Who is it that drops the sword? Our girl, Psylocke. That's so right there. When you said Psylocke was in this book, I was sold. I'm good. That's all I need to know.
That's why I almost got it.
Yeah. Because you got Psylocke doing Psylocke shit. Now, like you said, we know Psylocke got psychic lightsabers and shit like that. But she like, nah, fuck that. These folks killed children. So they're going to feel this shit. I ain't got time for psychic knives and shit like that. No, they getting steel to the throat, dome, head, ribs, asshole, everything. They're catching it. So she stabs everybody she can think of, stabs one guy and like kicks him off her sword because she's like stuck on it. I'm trying to say, yeah, this scene right here, like she stabs, like, get the fuck off my sword. And that's like they really started to get like bloody and violent with these Marvel books. Like nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
Nobody's
there
paying
was
attention
like,
to it.
you notice there was there was a bunch of like swearing in some of these books lately. Like they're showing
Yeah,
shit.
like
Like they'll spell out shit, but they'll like block out like fuck, you know.
yeah, they're really going there lately. Yeah. So and then that's when Psylocke finally pulls out the psychic knife because she wants them to like Ghost Rider's penance stare. She wants them to feel what the children felt that they killed,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then fuck them all up. So now everybody's dead. All the Orcs people are dead. The mutants run out of the concentration camp. And then she feels like one more person is about to come for her. She can like psychically sense him. And so she turns around and stabs, and it's boom, Captain America. He was like, easy, Psylocke. And she like, okay, yeah. So the Orcus are approved by the American government. So of course they'll send their number one attack dog, Captain America, after the oppressed mutants. Of course they do that. And Captain America, and she like, what? Make it even, Cap. Where the rest of the Avengers at? Don't fight me one-on-one. And he was like, see, that's what I'm here for, Psylocke. And so he throws his shield, and it bypasses her, and boom, 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 boom. And he's like, yeah, that's what I came to tell you, Psylocke. Obviously, you don't know my history. I have a history of fighting fascists myself. So I see this bullshit going on. I see what they're doing with the mutants, and I don't like this shit any more than you do. So here's the thing. I'm putting together a team. Would you like to join the team? And they were like, fuck it, why not? Okay, so well, let's do it. Let's join the team. So he recruits 2 mutant assassins. They were like, and they like, hold up, Cap. We don't do what you do. Like, we chop these motherfuckers' heads off. We not for that cutesy shit that you're on. And so like, what are you gonna do if we go up against the Orcus and you don't like what we do? He was like, look, avenge them. You do what you do. I'm not gonna say anything. I got Deadpool on the team. So you have nothing to worry about, you know, and Quicksilver's there also. So yeah. And so basically they have a conversation like, okay, so the first time if Captain America say any crazy shit about the shit we do, we're gonna have a problem. We both gonna have a problem with Captain America. But like until then, let's join the team. So that's the Unity Squad right there. So they get out of it before the Stark Sentinels fly over the base. And yeah, so they go.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, because the I'm trying to recap. I'm just giving a recap for anybody listening to this. Orcus bought Stark Enterprises. They bought the company from under Tony Stark.
They mentioned those in the Alpha Flight book.
Yeah, and they're
Stark
using
Sentinels.
his technology to transform the Sentinels into Iron Man Sentinels. You know, but Tony can't do anything about it because he's broke because they stole his company. So yeah. So anyway, so they get out of there. They go to the Morlock base. Oh, and Captain Krakoa is there also. So some people still think Captain Krakoa is a mutant, even though we really don't think he is. But some of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants think he is. That's why Blob is there and Wildside is there. So they're just joining him. You know, he's like, we're gonna get revenge on Orcus. You know. Oh, and he went to go recruit some more people also. So he went to the jail cell where they stuck all the evil mutants at, and he freed them. So like, y'all on my team now. Y'all part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants now. You're like, okay, cool. So like, yeah, because I got 2 choices. You either join my team or you stay stuck down here, one or the other. You know. All right. So they joined there. So you got Deadpool and Captain America, Steve Rogers just walking, and they're going to the Morlock base, and they basically kind of have a conference with the X-Men. And there's Tony drunk off his ass with his new assistant, but his new assistant is in disguise. It's really Emma Frost. They've been getting real chummy with each other lately. They're going to the next mission. And when they finally get there, oh, it's the Brotherhood of Evil Mutant, but they're no longer called the Brotherhood of Mutant. They're called the New Mutant Liberation Front. You know, they rebranded. Yeah, they rebranded. So now you got the Uncanny Avengers versus the New Brotherhood. And so then they're fighting. And Psylocke used to lead these folks. You know, like Wild Child and Blob. She used to be on the team with them. What's that book? The Fallen Angels or some shit.
Oh yeah.
They was on the same team. So she was like we don't need to fight. Let's just talk this out. You're like, nah, Psylocke, you working for them. You working for the man. You know. So now we got to take you out. So now they're fighting Captain Krakoa, just beat the shit out of everybody. They can't do anything. The Strucker twins are doing all wild shit. They blast a hole in Deadpool. And Deadpool looks at himself like, damn, I like this uniform. And he's looking at the hole in himself while everybody else fighting. So now we got Captain America versus Captain Krakoa. And he just beat the shit out of everybody like, bling, 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 just knocking everybody out. And that's when Captain like, let's go. And then you got this awesome ass panel right here, Captain America. As long as America stands or some shit. And so Captain America, like, you are not a mutant. This is bullshit. You pretend to be a mutant, and that is against the law of the Geneva Convention or some shit. Like he reading the right act. So anyway, Captain America, Captain Krakoa, we finally got the showdown. Let's go. And Captain America, like, oh shit, this motherfucker's strong. And you're like really, I see, Captain America, you are predictable. Let's break you out of that predictability. And breaks his arm. The end.
The end.
The end. To be continued. So yeah, that's the book. Like I said, it's a long, meaty book, girthy book, but they give you all the Uncanny Avengerness you want to. But anyway, it looks like Captain America is taken out in the first issue. So I don't know if Captain America is going to be on the mend or be out of commission and get a new leader. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'm into it. It's the same writer that was on the old Uncanny Avengers book that's on this Uncanny Avengers book. And that book was wild as fuck. If you want to know what happened to Red Skull, why you don't see Red Skull anymore, go read that book. I may talk about it next time we review another book, but I ain't gonna talk about it now. But yeah, overall, 4 out of 5. It's a good, strong opening, but I know other shit is coming.
Okay.